What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of More Seasoning. I am your host, Farnum, and before we get into this episode, I just have to thank you guys for 1 million views. A huge milestone on the channel, and I could not do it without each and every one of you. On top of that, real quick, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. We're gonna do a $100 giveaway in the comment section later on in this video, so make sure that you keep watching. Today's recipe, well, it is almost Thanksgiving. It's harvest season, it's hoodie season, so we are gonna be doing a homemade mac and cheese. It's gonna be epic, full of flavor, super gooey, amazing, just, God, roll the B-roll. So there's two types of people in this world. The type of people who enjoy creamy, gooey, cheesy macaroni and cheese that just kind of like right off the spoon. And then there's the people who like a crispy top, a mac and cheese bake out of the oven, real classic Thanksgiving style. We're gonna cover both of these in this video. So the ingredients you're gonna need are flour, whole milk, panko breadcrumbs, butter, Dijon mustard, paprika, onion powder, plain cream cheese, garlic herb cream cheese, Colby Jack cheese, Gruyere cheese, extra sharp cheddar cheese, and a little bit of hot sauce. Okay, so as always, we are gonna start with our prep work. That way when we're overcooking on the stove, we don't have to worry about anything else. So for the people that want the mac and cheese bake, get yourself an oven-friendly baking dish, and you're gonna take your panko crumbs, and it's kind of hard to eyeball, depending on what size dish you have, how many panko crumbs you're gonna use, right? So what I like to do is I just take my panko crumbs, and I just kind of like spread them out, so they cover up the bottom of the plate, like so. And I feel like that will be good. And then all you're gonna do is you're gonna season your panko crumbs. So I just take a little pepper, grind some pepper up on there. And then you're gonna take a little bit of salt and just put that on there as well. And then once you have everything in there, you're just gonna give it a little mix. Make sure you distribute that pepper and that salt. And honestly, you can get creative with this. If there's something that you think would go good on top of the crust, like maybe, I don't know, a little smoked paprika. Maybe throw a little paprika in there too, right on top. I just wanna encourage you guys to experiment and try different stuff. So once you have your panko crumbs all mixed up, you're just gonna go ahead and pour them into a bowl for later. All right, so your panko crumbs are done. And by the way, before we get into this, make sure you watch to the end of the video when we have our celebrity taste test, including this guy.
Yeah, Kai 2020.
What the f? All right, so now we're gonna do our cheeses. So here are the proportions. You're gonna take your Gruyere and we're gonna do 1 cup of Gruyere shredded. All right, so that's about a cup of Gruyere. We'll just throw that in there for later. Next, we're gonna do 1 cup of Colby Jack. 1 cup of Colby Jack. Foundation of mac and cheese, we got the cheddar cheese. So we are gonna do 2.5 cups of cheddar cheese. All right, and there goes our cheddar. So thankfully we have somebody paying attention. Rob behind the camera was like, yo, what kind of mac are you using with the cheese? And I was like, oh shit, I forgot. We're gonna be using CAVATAPPI pasta. I love this noodle. It's kind of like a, here, I'll just show you real quick. It's kind of got a corkscrew vibe to it right here. So you have a few different crevices that cheese can get into. Obviously it's hollow, so you know cheese is gonna get in there, but these are great. I love these. These are probably my favorite noodles to eat in a pasta. So, CAVATAPPI pasta. So we've got our seasoned panko crumbs, our 3 cheese blend, and last but not least, we are going to do 1/2 cup of flour. All right, so this is all of the prep work that you need. Make sure you preheat your oven if you're gonna do the mac and cheese baked at 350 and get a pot of water boiling for your pasta. So we're gonna flip the cameras around and see you at the stove. All right, so while you got your pot of water about to boil, and before you do your cheese sauce, let's get the breadcrumbs out of the way. So they're already seasoned. So all you're gonna do is take about a tablespoon of butter, throw it in a pan, get that melting. Then you're just gonna add your breadcrumbs straight into the butter, and we're just gonna toast them up. And then we're just gonna move them around, get everything coated with that butter so they toast up a little bit. Clearly need a little bit more butter, so a little scoop. Just continue to mix so everything has that darker color. All right, so they've probably been on here for about 2 minutes. Once they get a nice golden brown color, turn the heat off, take your bowl back, and then you're just going to put them back into the bowl until we are ready to top the macaroni and cheese off with them. Okay, so our water is boiling. At this point, you're gonna take 1 whole box of CAVATAPPI, pour it in, give everything a mix real quick so our noodles don't clump up together and stick together. If you're gonna do the bake, the mac and cheese bake, 8 minutes, okay? You don't want them to overcook, you want them to be al dente because you're still gonna cook them in the oven for a little bit. So 7 to 8 minutes. If you just want that ooey gooey cheesy mac and cheese, 9 minutes, or until it's the texture that you like. So what we're gonna do now is make a roux for our cheese sauce. So you're gonna take a sauce pot, and then you're gonna take, for this recipe, you're gonna do 1 whole stick of butter, or if you got a little tub like this, it's gonna be half a tub of butter right in there, and we're gonna let that melt. Make sure your pot is not too hot. You do not want your butter to burn or it's gonna ruin it. Okay, so now you're gonna take an equal part of flour. Put your flour in there, and then you're just gonna mix it together. And you're gonna get this like weird, pasty, almost like applesauce type texture going on. You're gonna mix your roux up for about 45 seconds to a minute. Again, I've got this on a medium heat, which is like a low medium. You don't want anything to burn. All right, so at this point, it's been about a minute and a half, to be honest. And this is what our roux looks like. It's a little bit darker, again, kind of like the texture of applesauce. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna take about 4 cups of milk, and then just slowly, we're just gonna whisk that in. Careful not to spill. And then you're just gonna mix this up. And just continue to whisk this for about 30 to 45 seconds. And as you can see, it's become almost like a little bit of a paste at this point. So once it thickens up right there, we're gonna add a little bit more milk. So at this point, we've added about 1 cup. I'm gonna add about another cup. Go ahead and whisk that in. Again, this is, at this point, all we've done is just put butter, flour, and milk into here. Once we whisk that in, I would say it's about time. Yeah, we're getting a little more drippy, it's less thick. We're gonna go ahead and add this cheese in. And then we're gonna take half a tub of the garlic herb cream cheese. We're gonna slap that in there. Half a tub of our regular cream cheese, and slap that in there as well. And then you're just gonna go ahead and whisk. Whisk everything together right now. So we make sure nothing burns. Now it's gonna be super thick, so again, you still have a ton of milk on reserve. Pour some of that milk in there. Give that a mix. So at this point, we've just got kind of like this globby cheese mixture. So we're gonna put in the rest of our ingredients, which is gonna be about 2 tablespoons of the Dijon mustard. I'm gonna do about half a teaspoon of onion powder, half a teaspoon of our paprika, and then this is not gonna make it spicy, but you're just gonna do a couple dashes of some Frank's Red Hot sauce, and that's just gonna add a nice undertone in there, good flavor. Mix that up. Again, we wanna make sure nothing burns. Add more of our milk. Go ahead and mix, turn that heat down. Now, texture is a real big thing here because some people, they like a thick cheese sauce for their mac and cheese. Some people like it gooey, kind of like Kraft mac and cheese, where it's just like almost like a liquid. which is kind of where I like mine. So I tend to put a little bit more milk than normal. And then also, let's not forget to add some salt and pepper. Teaspoon of pepper, a couple pinches of salt. Oh, there goes the alarm. That means that the pasta is done. Add more of our milk. At this point, you've got everything in here and you're just looking for the consistency that you desire. So again, I like my mac and cheese to be a little more goopy, especially if you're gonna put it in the oven for a bake, because at that point, if it's kind of like that thick pastier type cheese, it's just kind of like dry out and get clumpy in the oven. So I like to go with as gooey as possible for my own mac and cheese. Y'all ready for this? Let's check this cheese out real quick. Let's check this cheese sauce out. Check out that texture, the consistency. Oh, that's lovely. I gotta do a taste test. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Real quick, I have been trying to perfect this cheese sauce for the last week. I probably put it on 5 pounds trying to get this shit right. Terrence came over for the Bucks game last night. It was almost there. He was like, bro, I think it needs a little bit more seasoning. So sir, give it a try. Just dip it in there. Try that cheese sauce, bro.
Damn! Think you did something there, boy.
As of right now, I probably got half a cup of milk left, but I'm kind of liking the consistency that this is at right now. I don't really want it to be any more liquidy than this, right? It's like almost a perfect consistency. So what I'm gonna do, our pasta that we strained, right in. And then we're gonna take our cheese sauce and just kind of, oh, you got that shot, bro? Oh yeah. That cheese sauce goes right in there. Pace yourself, don't dump the whole thing in there, I'm telling you. Take my word for it, do not dump the whole thing in there. All my people out there that just like their ooey gooey mac, you got leftover cheese sauce, throw a little bit more in there. For the bake as well, because things are gonna dry out in the oven, so I wanna do a little more than I normally would, okay? We wanna kind of swim a little bit. Take the noodles to the YMCA and put them in the lap pool. We want them swimming, okay? You're pretty much done, okay? If you want the ooey gooey. So what we're gonna do is we're done on the stove. You're gonna put a lid on this because what we're gonna do is we're gonna put our breadcrumbs on top of this. We'll do it back over there. I'll put it in the oven. And then when it comes out, check this out. It's an idea nobody's ever thought of, at least I've never seen. We got our crispy, gooey mac and cheese right out the oven, right? Then what you do, you take a ladle and you take your cheese and you drizzle it over the top because gooey, crunchy, gooey. Like it's a mac and cheese heaven sent sandwich. Here we are, we got our extra cheese sauce in the back. We're gonna put everything into our little oven dish right here, and I'm just gonna spill it in there because it's gonna look so damn good. Oh my God. Now you're gonna do an even layer. Just go ahead and spread your mac and cheese out. Get a nice even layer going on. Beautiful. Now keep in mind, if you don't want the mac and cheese bacon, you just want it, it's done. You can serve this, put it on a table, feed everyone, they will praise you. It's incredible. Boom, we got that done. And we're just gonna take our breadcrumbs and just kind of sprinkle these guys throughout. Make sure you try to cover up every little spot. And there you have it. This is your mac and cheese with the crust on. We're gonna pop it in the oven, 350, 20 to 25 minutes. Keep an eye on it, wait till it's golden brown. The cheese is bubbling and it's gonna be ready to go. So here we are, ladies and gentlemen, when I tell you that all my taste testers, all of them, all 2 of them, have been drooling out the mouth waiting to eat this, I'm not exaggerating. Honestly, I'm not even gonna wait any longer. Without further ado, introducing our first taste tester. You've seen him on the show before, my dog, Big T Green.
Yes.
What up, baby? How's it smell? How does it look? How you feel?
Amazing, I can't wait to eat this shit.
Okay? And then we got our man behind the camera, my dog, Big Rob.
Why gotta be big, man?
And, all right, Lil Rob in the building. Yes, sir, bro. How does this, you've been filming this, how does it look?
Stop it. I don't even want to say nothing. Just get to it.
Ladies and gentlemen, come on. What are we talking about? Why is nobody doing this? On the count of 3, might be a little hot. Get your cheese sauce, get your breadcrumbs, get your noodles. In 3, 2, blow, 1.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Mac and cheese.
Woo!
More.
Woo! Wow. Wow, bro.
A lot of people's potluck's about to be popping. This right here, dude, the little bit of paprika, the little bit of hot sauce in it, like it doesn't have any spice to it at all. Just a little bit of flavor.
No, not spicy at all. There's so much crunch from those breadcrumbs.
Yep.
Like you have the original cheese kind of baked in there, so you got that like thicker cheese just baked in, and then you top it off with just this like oh my
The sauce
god.
is what makes it.
Oh yeah.
And then the breadcrumbs is a little, nice little touch.
So here's the thing. This is the baseline. Baseline mac and cheese. This is your bomb recipe for your baseline. You can eat it just like this. If you don't like going crazy with the flavors, boom. Bacon. You put bacon in here. Whoa. You add some truffle oil. Now you got truffle mac and cheese. Shrimp, you do some like garlic Cajun shrimp, and you put that in here, and you got shrimp mac and cheese. What else?
Chicken, steak.
Chicken, steak.
yeah,
You could do whatever. Like the possibilities are endless with this. Appreciate you boys for coming through.
Yeah.
I don't know that one yet.
He's on the way. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your Thanksgiving mac and cheese bake or don't bake it, but this is where it's at right here. Add whatever you want to it, make it your own. Bacon, shrimp, scallop, steak, chicken, truffle, it does not matter. Or just like this, I promise you will blow everybody away when you go to Thanksgiving. My name is Farnum. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Thank you so much for 1 million views. Thank you so much for almost 60,000 subscribers. I'll be back next week with another fire recipe. Until then, we out. Do you guys see this? This is nuts. Oh, my dog turned up. Yeah, bro. Yeah. Fuck.